Hello, my name is Brent, and fun fact, relevant fact is I speak Italian.
This is Pastor Jonathan here. My fun fact is that when I was 3 years old, I had a crazy accident where I almost lost my tongue, which would have been tragic because I love to talk. But I still have it.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and this is my third mission trip. First one as an adult, so it's gonna be awesome.
My name's Ellie, and my fun fact is that I listen to a lot of music.
Hi, my name's Luisa, and my fun fact is that I'm tired.
Hi, I'm Celia, and my fun fact is I used to break dance back in the day.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and one thing about me is my very first car was a Jeep Wrangler, and it was a stick shift, and I ended up teaching my husband how to drive a stick.
Hi, my name is Luisa, and a fun fact is I used to be a dancer for a professional basketball team back in my young days.
Hi, I'm Joni, and my fun fact is that I learned how to drive a manual transmission when I was 30 years old.
Hi, my name's Jillian, and I play 4 instruments.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and my fun fact is that I have gone paragliding in San Bernardino, California.
My name's Tony Stark, and my fun fact is that I'm a freshman playing on a varsity team for football.
Alright, my name is Mattheus, and a fun fact about me is that I have hiked Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, Africa.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I ride motorcycles.
Hey guys, my name is John Park, and my fun fact is that my tummy hurts, and I'm going on a 9-hour flight.
Hi, my name is James. Oh, you look into this? James Hayes, and fun fact is this is my 4th mission trip. I've been to Nicaragua, I've been to Cambodia, I've been to India, and now I'm on my way to Rome. Fun fact.
Alright, my name is Jimmy, and my fun fact is I went to States on a torn ACL for pole vault in high school.
Hey, I'm Rob, and fun fact, I was a financial advisor, and now I'm a nurse.
Hi, my name is Katie. We're kind of boring. I've done a few mission trips. I whitewater rafted on the Nile in Uganda. I don't know. I swim around the Alligator Lighthouse in the Keys. It's kind of boring.
A fun fact for me is that in the 21 years that I've been here in London, Grace has been a part of me going to 21 nations across Europe, and that does not include the many multiple trips that I've done for missions or ministry times. So thank you so much, Grace family.
Hey, this is Sam. Fun fact, my son was born on my birthday.
Oh! Here we go. Biggest takeaway for the first ever Grace Family Church Rome Missions Trip 2025 during the Year of Jubilee. Really took away a lot from this trip, but I think the biggest thing for me was watching the team from day one until the last day develop in just such a short period of time. This was a tough trip. We were all outside of our comfort zone. And so seeing people after day one, just a little bit like deer in the headlights look, like, oh man, what do we get ourselves into? Until the last day where they're just approaching people, giving out books, having conversations, and even opportunity to pray with people. Yeah, it was just so awesome to see that transformation in such a short period of time, knowing that we're doing, we've been called to do here.
So my biggest takeaway from this amazing Rome trip, it's hard to think of just one, but if I had to think of just one, it would be this. If God sends you somewhere, He's always going to provide exactly what you need to do what He wants you to do. Even if it's confusing or hard or tiring, you're always going to be blown away by how He uses you when you just simply say yes to Him. And that's how I felt on this trip. There were many times where I didn't know what was going on. Maybe I was a little confused. Maybe things were really difficult. But if I was just obedient and available, God always did something amazing. And I have so many stories now because of that.
So there were so many incredible things that happened on this trip to Rome. I will say that my biggest takeaway is getting to see my kids grow in their faith, They did things that they were afraid of, like talking to strangers, but to see them really step up and step into the mission was just wonderful to see.
My biggest takeaway from this trip is that every no is one step closer to a yes.
Hi, my big takeaway from the trip is when the feeling of when someone took a booklet. It felt like really energizing and like cool.
Okay, so the best thing about this trip, my biggest takeaway, is that I knew going on a missions trip that we would be changed during the trip. I knew that we would, really be touched by things that we saw and experienced. But what I wasn't expecting is the way that I was transformed during the preparation for the trip. Doing the fundraising and getting all of the money in place and getting all of our things together and learning everything we needed to know before we came. That was already so much of an experience before we even got here, and I really am excited and appreciate that.
My main takeaway from this missions trip was just how lucky I am for the church community I have. I was really excited to get to know the people we went with, the group of about 20 of us. I don't really get to talk to a lot of those people very much at church because there's so many people at our church because it's such a huge organization. So hearing, not only getting to know our people better, but talking to the people in Italy that we were with about their churches there and organizing them and like trying to start them up and how difficult it was because they didn't have people to come, they didn't have people to serve. I was just really like impacted by that and just more grateful for what we have here.
My name's Sheila Stark, and after this missions trip to Rome, Italy, 2025, I would say probably one of my biggest takeaways is that Jesus is the same no matter where we are. Whether we're in the US or Africa or Australia or Europe, Italy specifically, Jesus is still the same. And I think that is just an incredible reminder that no matter where you're at, God is still God and he's still the same yesterday, today, and forever. It was fascinating to meet people from different walks of life who share the same love of Jesus. Maybe they have a different culture or slightly different belief system as far as what they do on a day-to-day, but they ultimately still have a relationship with Jesus. And so it was just really a cool thing to experience.
Hey y'all, it's Tony. One of my favorite things about this mission trip and just overall has been just the amount of impact that we've gotten to have on all these people's lives. Just getting to see people's day brighten up after seeing this, and then open it up and actually be curious. It kind of shows the need for God in Italy, and it has just been an amazing privilege to be here. And not only that, but just get to see people just be curious and just have that curiosity and that love and fire for God, Lord.
Hey guys, Miss Celia here. Wanted to give you a quick takeaway from my trip to Rome. There's so many different things that God was moving in and God was present in that was amazing to be a part of. From our students, them leading the way, just us being the hands and feet of Jesus and just being in certain plazas and just handing out books and having some conversations with people. It was tough. It wasn't something that came very easy, just a regular conversation that we would have with someone at a grocery store or at school. This was another country, having conversations with people of just sharing the love of Jesus and how he's kind of changed us in different perspectives. So that was great to be a part of that. Great to be in a city full of history, full of just so many different beliefs. So my takeaway was I just love how God just met us where we were at and used us how he used us, even though it wasn't something that we were used to or comfortable with, but he still met us there and he still used us in that moment. So that's my takeaway.
Hey, Jackie again. My biggest takeaway from our trip would have to be that we can't put God in a box. we all, I think, came in with the expectations of like the conversations we'd have, who'd we have it with, where, and God came in and was like, let's do something different. And so it felt like those moments were more divine appointments, that it was meant for just those people instead of just trying to talk to as many people as we could. So that was exciting to see God move in different ways, exciting to see God open the door, pun intended, for us to talk to people who weren't necessarily the ones that we thought we would be talking to. Most of them were just on vacation and had never even heard of the Jubilee. And so it's exciting to see God move in different ways. He's reaching people from across the world. And then our zone production team is gonna come and, you know, they created content, so then it's gonna even reach our own kids in our own home church. So God is so good. He can't be put in a box, and I love it. Glad I got to be a part of it.
My takeaway from this trip is next time I plan one, to have a good, diverse age group.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Mattheus. I was on the Rome trip and we're back. We're rested. We're feeling great. We ate a lot of pasta, a lot of pizza, and it was great. And we got to partner with Hans with his ministry with handing out flyers that just had info on the Year of Jubilee. It had the gospel in it, and it was just a great read for a lot of those people that we were handing those flyers out to. And it was challenging. They were long days. We were out in the sun, and we were getting rejected a lot. People were saying no, and you try to hand them out and they just walk by. Sometimes they don't even look at you. And so it was hard mentally, but I think God's gonna speak through hopefully a lot of those, and people are gonna read them, and there's gonna be a curiosity that's sparked. And the scripture that comes to mind is in Acts 8, when Philip is sent to the desert to wander in the desert, and he's confused, and he ends up finding the Ethiopian Enoch, and he's reading Isaiah, and so he encounters Philip, and he's like, dude, I don't know what I'm reading, like, can you explain it to me? And so Philip ends up explaining it to him, and he ends up baptizing the Enoch right on the spot. And so till this day, people in the region can trace back their spiritual lineage to that moment. And that was kind of what God spoke to me is, hey, this is what you're here for. You're here to spread the word in ways you can. And we had multiple conversations and just moments with people where we prayed over them and all that. And so it was really cool. And I kind of felt that the Lord was telling me that is, hey, we need to be Philips. We need to be wanderers. We need to be people that go out there and explain to these people, the gospel, and explain to them, what is it that we believe in. And that's going to change the generations of families and of people that we won't even potentially see or remember, or, it's only going to be in heaven. So yeah, it was an amazing trip, and we're just excited for Hans and what he's doing over there. So yeah, God bless.
Hi, my name is Katie, and my takeaway is that questions open a lot of doors and soften a lot of hearts. And that is something that was really great to use on this missions trip, and I learned a lot, and I met a lot of neat people, so that was really cool.
My takeaway is, I have a plan, God's got a plan, and things don't go my way, that's fine. God's got a plan. So whatever way, God's way is probably always going to work out better for me anyway. Don't get so frustrated about when things don't work out right. A lot of things didn't work out right, but it probably ended up better anyway. So that's a good takeaway. And I'm going to be taking away SodaStream to the U.S. That's carbonated water. So that'll be some good takeaways for me.
My biggest takeaway from the trip was that
God loves us so much. When he says he's going to leave the 99 for the one, that is so much, because we got so many no's. We didn't even get anywhere close to 99 no's, but that was super hard. And God does that for us every day. So I got to see just a little bit more of how much God loves us.
Hey, here at the end of our trip, mission trip to Rome, and probably the greatest thing was seeing God. You know, we couldn't have orchestrated it. They had a Save Palestine rally, and we were going to be handing out books, and we ended up handing out all of our books about peace to them. And these are the people that need it the most, people that are, many of them running from God the most. So it was something God orchestrated. It's not like we planned, hey, we're going to go out there, because it's a rally that's, you know, sometimes, at least in the States, gets crazy. That rally was good, but anyway, awesome trip. Just giving these books about Jubilee and 4 open doors, just giving them to people left and right, finding lots of pilgrims.
Hello, my name is Katie, and I just wanted to say a quick thing about our recent trip to Rome, Italy. I wanted to say, first of all, that I'm thankful for the experience that Grace gave us to take this unique opportunity to partner with Italy for Christ. I wanted to also just say that from the moment that we got on the plane to our trip home, that there were so many opportunities to just get to know the team members, both the youth as well as the adult members, and just the opportunities that we had to get to know the people in Italy, get to know the customs. I realized that they do things at a slower pace there, and it was so really nice to be relaxed. I also wanted to say that one of the members on the team reminded me that we are talent modifiers. And I really had to think about that over the past couple of weeks, and we really are. I got to see the youth sit down and do Bible studies on their own in public places. I got to see people be uncomfortable because the youth were having Bible study. I got to watch our team film different opportunities for different lessons that are coming up. I got to witness team members going from comfortable to uncomfortable, which was really such an opportunity just to see how people grow as far as evangelism. And I just want to say that I'm just really thankful for this experience, and it was just an opportunity of a lifetime.
Hey Grace family, I wanted to send a video to share a highlight from our Rome mission. I'm on my way to Marseille for 2 weeks of ministry in France, but I wanted to say a huge highlight for me on this missions trip was the unity that the team had. I have been on many missions trips with many teams, and the unity, the love, and the perseverance that you guys had, even through the midst of difficult circumstances, was incredible and blew me away. So thank you so much for the experience to be with you. God bless you.
Hey, this is Hans, and we just had an amazing week with the Grace Family Church, where we minister to the people on the street in Rome, giving out the booklets. We're giving out thousands of booklets. We went over what we really expected, and that was a huge blessing. And my biggest takeaway, it was the attitude that people had on the street. Even though we faced many challenges, the people, you know, they were watching their hearts, because they didn't let the discouragement or maybe the fatigue to take over their service. So everybody was doing the right job with the right attitude, and that was what made us winning this mission. So thank you for having me with you.
All right, I wanted to end the video with saying one thing I got from each person on the team, because each person impacted me differently. So first I wanted to say Brent, wow, going into the missions trip, I wasn't sure what to expect, and yeah, it was a lot different than I was expecting, but your leadership was really good. I really appreciated just how patient you were with everyone and ready to go do things. I mean, logistically getting 20 people to go places is kind of tough, but you excelled in that position. I also, for praying over everyone, was spectacular, and when we sent people off, that was really cool to see as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Brent. Some encouragement, I also wanted to leave some encouragement as well. Yeah, keep on living for the Lord. Thanks for pushing everyone out, steps of faith, and yeah, thank you again.
Why you bought that and die?
Because that's my selfie stick. You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
To the phone. Yeah,
Hi.
Good job. Pastor Jonathan, thank you so much for having me on this trip, and as always, it's always phenomenal. The conversations we had, always expected to be great, and I always love them. My biggest thing with you was watching you be a dad on this trip. It was so much fun, and it was really cool seeing how you're human. Just watching you lug around a suitcase that wasn't working, or watching you forget Elliot because of just the chaos and everything. It was just phenomenal, because sometimes I'm hard on my dad, but he's just a human as well. Some encouragement, just keep on being obedient. I think that was the big word I got from you this trip, and I'm just going to mirror that. Your gifts and abilities, they're just multiplied when they're with the Lord, so just keep on doing that. Miss Rachel, absolutely loved getting to know you on this trip. Other than just seeing you around, it was really cool to see your heart on the trip, and just also seeing your mama bear side with your kids. It was really phenomenal to see, and very grateful I got to do the trip with you, and very honored that you just speak so highly of me and think so highly of me. Some encouragement, just keep on being a great mom. Even on days that may not feel like it, you're doing a great job, and your kids really appreciate it, even if they don't tell you. Elliot, man, it was such a pleasure going on this mission trip with you, dude. It was so much fun. I know we've known each other for a little bit. It's been a couple of years, honestly, but man, this mission trip, bro, you stepped into it. That first day we were going, it was a little bit like, you want this, you want this? And then by that last day, you're like, regalo! Dude, you were doing so good, bro. Yeah, it was fun from that to even working out with you, lifting chairs inside the hotel and stuff. So it was fun just getting to hang out with you, bro. Encouragement, keep on going, dude. Keep on growing. It's gonna definitely help in the long run. Just keep diving into your faith. You're doing awesome, bro. All right, Eliza, man, I think you're the most fun to learn about on this trip, because I really had no idea who you were, and I knew that you were quiet. That's all I knew. But on this trip, I learned that you're not quiet necessarily. You really like to just engage with everyone, and it was fun, from tapping people on the shoulder to just in the streets, watching you give it out at 10 years old. You're definitely a lot farther than I was at 10. I mean, I was scared. I'm double your age, so you're doing great. Some encouragement for you, Eliza. Keep growing with your family. No matter how many times Elliot gets on your nerves, just keep growing closer with him. Or how many times your dad wants to take a picture with you, end up taking a picture. I promise it'll be worth it in the long run. And yeah, just keep it up. You're doing great. Man, Miss Celia. It was an awesome mission trip with you. Honestly, it was everything that I would have expected with you. You're hardworking, and it was fun to see you dive into the mission this trip. I definitely think from day one it was cool seeing you just talking different languages. You would say Italiano, Espanol, Frances, and it was amazing. Just from day one, honestly, and seeing God work through you with that. And then also our conversations are fun as always, and just seeing you do karaoke as well was awesome. Some encouragement, Miss Celia. just keep doing things for the Lord. And don't forget, you got family to lean on too. So, all right, Miss Jackie, man, from the beginning of the trip and even before, one thing that really inspired me was the garage sale that you did to help raise money. I thought that was really cool, and it was really encouraging, honestly. But on the trip, it was cool to see, because I served with you in the zone, and that's really all I've seen, and then gotten to see your kids as well. But just seeing you on this trip, I got to see kind of a different side. It was a really good side, but just your fun, energetic personality, and just getting to see, I guess, small but mighty, and then seeing you team up with Miss Celia was really cool as well. And just even handing out pamphlets every time, even if you didn't get the most, you were so encouraging for everyone else, and that was awesome. That was the biggest thing for me, is just your encouragement was greatly appreciated. Some encouragement for you is you really have the gift of optimism and just encouraging other people. Also talking with people, I really enjoyed all the conversations we had, and just getting to know you and a little bit more of your story. It was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. So, Miss Luisa, it was great getting to know you on the Rome trip. When I looked over at you, you would always have at least two things: a smile and a fan. It just really was awesome, and just getting to have conversations with you and just getting to hear your heart. It was cool seeing you serve as well. Some encouragement for you is just continue leading with excellency. I know you talked about leading another missions trip, and yeah, just keep letting Christ guide you. It's phenomenal. All right, Miss Joni, it was awesome getting to know you on this trip. I would say you're two peas in a pod with your daughter, Jillian. And yeah, it was really cool to see that bond together. I really am grateful that we got to talk just as much as we did. And from me learning about your lifestyle choices and being vegetarian to just encouraging with passing out booklets, or our midnight Coliseum run, it was very encouraging. You just the whole trip, you're very encouraging and just very sweet. Thank you so much for just being on the trip and just letting me get to see just your character. Just some encouragement. You're doing awesome as a mom, and you're an amazing encourager. Just continue to be a light, and showing others and me how to just follow Jesus. All right, Jillian, what you and your mom have is truly special. Don't ever take that for granted, and don't ever lose that. Getting to know you on this trip was really awesome. From you demolishing us in phase 10, and you weren't even trying, and to just making it your mission to talk to every nun, monk, and priest that walked by. It was just truly inspiring and awesome. Some encouragement for you is to keep growing in your faith. I know sometimes, especially in high school, it can seem that people aren't as mature, or people don't want to grow as much, but there are people, I promise. I was in the same spot as you, and I just know there's people. So you just gotta look. They're a little bit harder to find, but just surround yourself with some people that challenge you and will help you grow further in the faith, and just continue to be on fire. And also just continue to learn, no matter the circumstance. You love learning. I learned that, so just keep growing. Miss Sheila, second mission trip with you, and wow, you never cease to amaze me. There's so many things that you just did on this mission trip, and I mean, from you would just say the right thing at the right time and just encourage everyone, and seeing you on the missions field just passing out the booklets, you were really good at it. I don't know how else to say it, but you just did great. It was really cool, and wisdom and encouragement was needed on this trip as well, and just it was really awesome getting to do another mission trip. some encouragement. Keep being awesome and just continue to impact everyone's life that you go and talk to.
All right, Tony, dude, it was awesome getting to know you. It was fun seeing you go from the, I guess, quiet, awkward kid and then just loud, comfortable, but also bold. And I loved getting to serve with you and just discuss strategies on how to give out booklets, but also getting to wake up early and going on those morning walks was really awesome as well. I mean, Tony Tours, what's better than that? You get what you pay for, right? But it was awesome seeing your heart and just continuing to see you grow. And my encouragement to you, bro, is just continue to grow. We talked a little bit about testimony. Continue to grow your testimony, bro. It's so good. You're a leader, bro. So keep it up. You're doing great. Mattheus, or should I say Mateo? Dude, it was so good going on a mission trip with you. It was awesome seeing your heart as well and just passing out the booklets, but also doing the videography. I haven't done that with you really before, at least not a zone message. So that was really cool. And then also just the discussions we had as always really awesome. But one thing the devil was trying to do is convince me that I'm alone. So it was really awesome getting to just discuss with you and get your input. So that was really cool. Thank you for that. Dude, some encouragement, just wherever you are and whatever you're doing, bro, God's using you for real. You get to impact so many people with what you do. It's awesome. Katie, getting to know you on this mission trip was really awesome. Getting to see your heart with serving and talking to people and handing out booklets. It was really inspiring to see. I also really liked how artistic you were. That was really cool to see from, I mean, your job as with the zone to just stopping and smelling the flowers. I thought that was so cool. And then even putting them in your book or your sketches and how you design your own tattoos. That was just really cool to see, and just that really impacted me because sometimes I don't stop and admire the beauty in things. So thank you. Encouragement for you is just keep doing what God has you doing, because it's really awesome to see from even when you shared the story about the girl in the coffee shop before the mission trip to just seeing you interact with every person on the mission trip and all the people passing by. That was just really awesome, and just continue to do it. JP, dude, you were awesome on this trip. I'm used to seeing that fun, loving, energetic, basketball playing, weightlifter JP that everyone knows and loves. But on this trip, I really got to see you through, even when you had your head down, tired, asleep at dinner or lunch, and seeing you in the streets, just handing out the booklets and just partnering up. And even if it was hard or easy, just continuing to go through. And obviously your wisdom, bro. The combos I had with you is greatly appreciated. I really enjoyed learning more about you and just getting to know you more. Just some encouragement. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. What you're doing, you're impacting a lot of people, and dude, showing up, being consistent, you got it, bro. Rob, getting to know you on the trip was such a treat because you just have so much wisdom and knowledge just on God, but also an experience in life. Truly, I've never heard somebody say praise God or amen to so many things like you do. That is trying to be, that's where I'm trying to go, is get my voice and just be humble like you and just saying, give God all the glory. It truly was such a treat getting to talk to you and just have conversations, and it was inspiring to see how you lived your life and what it really looks like to stick to your faith. And I mean, I'm definitely trying to aim towards that, so that was really cool to see. Some encouragement is kind of hard because I look up to you in so many ways, but if I were to encourage you on one thing, it would be just keep sharing your wisdom, bro. God has definitely blessed you with it, and it's so cool to see. Miss Katie, listen, you blew me away when you said, I'm kind of boring, and then you listed, I swam 8 miles, I did this, I did that. That was amazing. Yeah, just your heart to serve was truly inspiring on this trip, and I'm just so humbled at what a life you live and your authenticity with conversations. And I mean, even waking up early and going on those walks with Tony tours, that was phenomenal. So just thank you for the opportunity, and just seeing you serve with a smile. And from that first day we were there and you just said, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, and all that, it was very encouraging. Some encouragement is just never stop. You're one of a kind, and the Lord does so much through you, so it was truly encouraging for me just to see that. And this won't be on the gram, but it'll be YouTube, so hopefully it's just as good. Traci, your encouragement and wisdom was so appreciated for the team. So grateful you got to join us, and that you were just, as soon as you got there, a part of the team. It was seamless, and it was amazing just to see how well you blended and how much wisdom and different perspective we heard from you. One thing that really stuck out was the discipleship and having someone to hold you accountable with your relationship in God. And so that was really helpful, and I'm definitely putting more intentionality in that now, from you saying that, for sure. Some encouragement, I could definitely tell that discipleship is something you excel at, and just being intentional with those conversations with people, and the Lord has blessed you in that, and just keep it up, because we all need to be discipled, honestly. Hans, oh man, the trip was so much fun and so unforgettable with you helping us, leading the trip too. And yeah, I'm just so encouraged by, even when it was hard and we all from the first day were tired, or man, we weren't prepared, or we weren't expecting all the pushback and the no's that we got, you still stuck with a smile and you said, guys, you got it. And that was just so encouraging. And seeing your heart for people, you truly live it out, because I would just look around and you'd be talking to people in English, and it was phenomenal because English isn't your first language. You speak amazing English, but I was just so encouraged to just always talk to people and be making new friends like you. So thank you for that. Some encouragement for you is just keep doing what you're doing. God's really using your kindness and gentleness to really love on people, and just continue to do stuff just with the Lord in mind. And we truly appreciate you. I truly appreciate you, and I know you put a lot of hours in, sleepless nights, just to everything you do, so thank you for that. Lastly, I want to say, Dad, second mission trip with you, and every time we've gone on one, I just reminded that your personality is very infectious and everybody always loves it. And even when it gets on my nerves, just remembering that is because I spend so much time with you, and it's such a gift. And I get to see your heart every single time we go on a missions trip, and we get to talk about our struggles and what went well, and even doing our little sessions recapping was awesome as well. And I'm just truly appreciative of you. I thank you for the opportunity to go, and just all the love and support that you always give me. I thank you that it's just, I don't know, it's awesome to get to do something with your dad and just go outside your comfort zone. And I know we talked about it a lot, and it was really, I guess, impactful that even this was hard for you, and you're kind of, I look up to you in so many ways, so seeing that, going out to people and just getting a no is kind of difficult, even for you. It truly was helpful for me, and just getting to serve there with you and overcome that obstacle was a really good bonding experience. And then also the 1 week after, where we just got to go around Europe, was awesome as well, and just getting to spend time with you. And I just really loved every second of it. Whether we were looking for a hotel at midnight or eating dinner at the Eiffel Tower, it was just spectacular. So thank you. Some encouragement over the last year or two, I definitely have seen just your growth and just watching you grow as a person, but also your relationship with the Lord. I really admire just how you always look for solutions and are always looking to grow. And that's one thing that I'm trying to do as I get older and become a young man, I guess. But just thank you, and I love you, Dad, and thank you for always being there for me. And thank you for the whole team. It was just such a great missions trip, and I truly loved spending every second of it there with you guys, and I could not have imagined a better team.